So as we know, this year has been a very interesting year, and I for sure have had all kinds of challenges. And a friend posted on Facebook this quote that I thought was great. It's from Pema Chodron, and it says, "Things don't really get solved. They come together and they fall apart, and then they come together and fall apart again. It's just like that. The healing comes from letting there be room for all the things to happen. Room for grief, room for relief, for misery, and for joy." And that's so true, that it's just this wave of kind of keeping going and trying to allow that room and that space so that you can go through all those emotions and feel all of those things and find the joy amidst all of the sometimes chaotic stuff. So take a moment on your chair and take a few deep grounding breaths. Nice big inhales, lengthen up through the crown of your head, and just exhale, release, and just check in with how your body and mind are feeling this morning. Just observe what's going on in your mind. If you're thinking about what you need to do later on or what happened yesterday, just try to release that and let that go on your exhale so you can become present into your practice today on the mat. And then find your K27 point. So take your fingers, your 2 index fingers and your thumbs, find the collarbones and drop down to that first little divot there between the next rib and the collarbone. And do some tapping here. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. This is stimulating the endpoint of the kidney meridian, which helps to, it kind of governs all of the meridians and helps to get the energy flowing in the right direction on all of them. Nice big inhales, all the breaths exhale out the mouth. And then at the end of that exhale, shake out the hands and bring one hand on the sternum, tapping here. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. One more breath here, stimulating the thymus, waking up those T cells, waking up the immune system. And then shake them off. And then bring the hands to the sides of the ribs and the spleen point here. And if as you're tapping around, you find a spot that feels a little bit more tender than the other, that might be the right spot. But as long as you have your fingers kind of, the 3 of them together, and then you can tap all around that triangle of the ribs here. Exhaling out the mouth, stimulating the endpoint of the spleen meridian, which helps us to assimilate all the things that come into our body physically, the things we ingest, emotionally, socially, relationally, that we all are interactions helping us process those. And then at the end of that exhale, shake it out and bring 2 fingers under the eyes, on the cheekbones, tapping here. Inhaling through the nose, exhale out the mouth. The beginning point of the stomach meridian, which helps us feel grounded and stable. And you can go all around the eyes to the brow and then all the way back again. Then shake that out. Take 2 fingers on the bridge of the nose and just circle around one eye and cross the bridge of the nose and go around the other eye. So you're kind of making figure 8s or an infinity sign. And just keep your breath the same. Exhaling out the mouth. And then as you complete the next figure 8, then reverse your direction. And then complete that next figure 8 and release the hands just down on the lap. And pause for a moment and just notice how the face feels, how the torso, how the fingers feel after that. And then open the eyes and lift the same knee to the same hand, tapping it. And then brush it off and then cross it over, getting the different hemispheres of the brain talking to the opposite sides of the body. Getting the energy moving, waking it up, moving in the right direction, crossing. And then shake it off. Bring the hands in front of the pubic bone, sit up tall, and set an intention for your practice and for your day. Whatever you want it to be, you set that. And then on your inhale, draw the energy up the body, exhale it out, spread it, send it out to the universe. Do that 2 more times. And at the end of that third exhale, take 1 finger on the belly button, 1 on the third eye. Gently press in slightly up, 3 breaths here, hooking up that energy and that intention between your central and governing meridians. And after your third breath, you can just release your hands onto your lap. And just again, check in, see how the energy is moving in the body. And then bring yourself away. If you're up against the back of your chair, bring your sit bones a little more forward, have the knees hip distance apart and your feet right under the knees. And then as you inhale, come forward, draw the shoulders down your back, lift your gaze, and then exhale, round in. You can kind of roll back on the pelvis, tuck the chin, and just flow with your own breath, opening up the spine, being gentle as we start to move, especially with the neck. And you may feel you get a little bit more of a stretch as you come forward. If you close the mouth, stretch the front of the throat rather than kinking the neck back too far. And if you like, you can speed up that movement if that feels good. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And you can switch your breath to now just Ujjayi breath or yogic breath, breathing in and out the nose. And then as you come forward this next time, circle around to one side and back, following with the breath. You come forward, try to lead with the sternum, draw the shoulders back, then let the shoulders round forward as you go back. And then as you come forward this time, pause for a moment and then reverse your direction. And then come up to center, just close your eyes and just check in with your spine and the energy of the spine and the shoulders and the neck. And just observe how that feels. And then as you're checking in with your body, notice if there is some part of your body that's asking for a little more love and a little more attention. And whatever that may be, whether you have a stiff neck or your hips bothering you, or it's a knee or an elbow, and take your hands, or if it's 2 things, take your hands and bring them to whatever those are. And just place them on your hands and close your eyes. And just send a little extra love to that part of your body. A lot of times when we are uncomfortable, something's bothering us, we attack it with a little frustration or a little anger or resentment. I know that I did when I was healing from my knee surgery 8 years ago. And it wasn't until I really kind of tapped into the fact that I needed to really give this more love that it really started to heal. And then what I'd like to do is take your hands and make figure 8s over that area of your body. And if it feels good to touch it and make figure 8s over that, go right ahead and do that. I've been doing a lot of running lately, so I'm giving my knees a little more love and attention right now. And just observe how that feels when you focus in on that. Doing those little figure 8s. And then reverse the direction of your figure eight. And then bring the hands to stillness over that area of the body. Taking a nice big inhale and one big exhale out the mouth. Nice. And then bring the arms up overhead. Nice big breath. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, draw them up. Really let the rib cage expanded reach through the crown of the head. Exhale down. Inhale and reach. And exhale, twist to the right. Take your left hand on the right knee. Take the right hand to the chair, side or back. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, spin right around your spine, twisting to the left. Gently tone the belly. Inhale and reach. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale and reach. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach up. On your exhale, take your right hand down on the chair and reach long through that left side body. So you're supporting yourself with the right hand. Really breathe into that left side of the rib cage. Try to keep the shoulders stacked. Maybe lift your gaze up towards the ceiling, breathing into the intercostal muscles between the ribs. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring the left hand down, stack the shoulders, reach long here again. Turn your gaze up in front of your forearm. Keep the shoulders stacked. Nice big breaths here. And then inhale up and lower them down. And then just first roll out the shoulders a little bit. Just shrugging the shoulders. And then roll them the other direction. And then sit up tall, tone the belly, and bring your right foot straight out in front of you. And start by just pointing and flexing the toes, the foot. And as you hold that leg up, try to keep the shoulders stacked right over the hips, so not letting them lean back. And then circle the foot. See how big of a circle you can draw with the toes. And then go the other direction. And then lower that down. And then set yourself up again. I tend to start leaning back, so tone the belly, keep the shoulders right over the hips, lift up the left foot, flex the foot, and point. Maybe as you flex it, see if you can stretch out the toes a little bit. And then circle the foot. Nice big circle with the big toe. And then go the other direction. Nice. And then lower that down. Come back to center. And then bring up the right foot. Flex the foot. And this time with the heel. So the movement's all coming from the hip. With the heel, make some circles. And they don't have to be huge, but bigger than you were making with the toe. And really try to sit up tall, tone the belly. Gonna be a lot of work on that quad. Breathing here, circling it, and then go the other direction. And then lower that down. And then just notice the difference. That's a lot of work on that leg. Tone the belly, reach up tall through the crown of the head again. Stretch out the left foot, flex the foot, and then circles with the heel. Have all the movement coming from the hip. And then reverse the direction of the circle. And then lower that down. Nice. Inhale, draw up the right arm. Exhale, cross it over the body and tone the belly, really reaching. Inhale, open the arm. Exhale, take the left hand on the chair and reach over. Inhale up, exhale it down. Inhale, bring up the left arm. Exhale, cross it over the body, really reach far. Inhale, open it up. You can follow your gaze, your hand with your gaze if you like, and exhale, reach over. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, bring up the right arm. Exhale, cross. Inhale it open. Exhale, reach over. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale the left arm. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale the left arm. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach. Inhale up, exhale down. You can just hold on to the chair with your hands, tone the belly. Bring up the right leg on the inhale. On your exhale, try to cross it over. See if you can touch the knee or as high up as you can. Inhale it out. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, bring up the left leg. Exhale, cross it over. See if you can, how high up you can tap. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, stretch out the right leg. Exhale, cross. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And notice again, if you're tipping back with each time that you lift up the leg, it's hard not to. Inhale, left leg, exhale, cross. Inhale out, exhale down. Inhale, right leg, exhale, cross. Inhale, stretch, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Nice. And now turn to your, so bring your left thigh on the chair and let your right leg come down so that your toes are tucked and so that you feel stable, and you can hold on here for a moment, but grab your strap, okay? Find the strap. And you want to be so that your left sit bone's nice and solidly planted on the mat and you have a nice stable base. If you're short like me, you got to move yourself a little forward so that your foot plants firmly on the mat and your knee is right over the ankle. And if it feels good, feel free to work that leg, that right leg back a little. But if you want to just have it straight down, if that's where it feels most comfortable, that is fine. And then take your strap and have it a little wider than shoulder height and lift it up here. So you're going to really ground down with that back foot. And on your inhale, draw the arms back a little and lift your heart center. And then exhale, reach up. Tone the belly on the inhale, try to bring the arms back, bend the elbows, and let your hands go out as much as you need to on the strap for comfort. Inhale, reach up. And then, excuse me, that was supposed to be an exhale there. And then inhale again, because you're lifting the heart center as you pull the arms back, opening up through the chest. Reach up on the exhale. One more time. Inhale, draw the elbows back. Just be gentle here, opening the heart center. Exhale up. Then just bring the strap, just let it sit on your lap for a moment. Inhale, raise the arms up. On your exhale, turn towards the chair back. So take your left hand on the chair. See if you can, your right hand can either come onto your knee or come onto the side of the chair. Look over the chair there. Really gently on each inhale, lengthen up. On the exhale, see if you can create a little more twist here. Really gently. And then come back to center. And then we're going to switch sides. So you can put the strap on the other leg there as you adjust yourself. And your right leg is now, right thigh is on the chair. Let the left leg come down and plant the foot firmly under the knee and ground down. And again, give a little action to that back foot. Even if your leg is straight down, if you push a little bit with the heel, you're going to open up the hip flex or open up that. But just be gentle here with the body. And then when you find your stable position, take the arms up overhead with your strap And you're gonna inhale and lift the heart center. So you tone the belly, lift the heart center, bring the elbows back. And maybe they just come back a little bit, or maybe you can bring them way back, but just see what feels comfortable and let your hands slide out as much as you need to have a comfortable stretch. So you're exhaling, reaching up. Inhale, lift the heart center. Imagine the shoulder blades lifting up into the heart center. Exhale up, inhale. Exhale up and inhale. Exhale up and then lower the strap. Just let it come onto your leg. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then on your exhale, tone the belly. Take the right hand on the chair. Left hand either comes to the knee or the chair side. Think of lengthening through the spine. It's like a little pole, and you twist around it gently with each exhale. You can go a little bit deeper. And then come back to center. And then just ground down the feet. Reach the arms up overhead. And again, as wide as feels comfortable, tone the belly. And exhale, let yourself come over. And it might feel good actually to widen the feet just a little bit more so that you feel more stable here. Stacking the shoulders. Breathing into that left side. Nice big breaths. You can turn your gaze up in front of the forearm. Inhale up, and then exhale, come over to the other side. Using the strap to kind of help pull you a little bit, but you're grounding down with the feet, toning the belly. And then inhale up. This time, keep tall and just twist to the right. Breathing here. And then inhale to center. And exhale, twist to the left and hold here and breathe. Inhale up. And then just bend the elbows, bring them down so the strap comes close to the head, and then stretch them up. Exhale down, and we'll inhale, stretch up this time. Exhale down, inhale, stretch. Exhale down, inhale, stretch. Nice. Then we'll lower the strap, and we might come back to using that a little bit later. So while we have the feet out wide, let's widen them a little bit more and keep the knees and toes in line. So only turn the feet out as wide as your hips are comfortable going. Hands on the knees. Inhale tall. Exhale, let your left shoulder come down towards the right knee and look behind you. Just gently tone the belly so you protect the back. Inhale up. Exhale, cross over the right shoulder towards the left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, cross over. Inhale up. Exhale, cross. Inhale up. Exhale. Left shoulder to right knee. Inhale up. Exhale, cross over. Inhale up. One more time each side. Inhale and up. Exhale, cross over. Inhale and up. Nice. And then take the left arm up and use that right hand to support you. Breathing here. And then see if you can circle that arm around behind you. And then inhale, reach it up. So you're in a side bend, supporting yourself with the right arm, circling the left arm. And then inhale all the way up as you come through and exhale over to the opposite side. Take a big breath here at first. And then as your next exhale comes, circle the arm behind you and inhale it up. Just notice or try to do as large of a circle as you can. Being careful not to overextend anything. And then on the next inhale, draw the arm up overhead and exhale to heart center. Bring the hands to heart center and bring the feet back in so that they're hip distance apart and right under the knees. Inhale tall, exhale, twist to the right. Draw the belly in to help you twist. Inhale to center, Exhale, twist to the left. Notice those oblique muscles helping you twist. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Keep the belly gently toned. Inhale, center. So the action's coming from the core. Even though the shoulders are turning, you're really working the core here on the twist. Inhale, center. One more time each side. And then inhale to center, arms up overhead. Exhale, weave them down in front of you and bring them onto the knees and let yourself come forward. If it feels good to let the head bow down, go ahead and do that. Take a big breath into the back body. Let it expand from the shoulder blades behind the kidneys all the way to the pelvis. And then ground down through the feet. Use the hands to rise back up. Come on up to a seated position. And then have the feet hip distance apart and parallel. Maybe the heels just slightly back from the knees, just a little bit. Bring the arms out in front of you. Ground down through the feet and lift up just off the chair. And then lower yourself down. So just a little lift up and then lower. So a little pause, tone the belly as you lift. Down. Lift. And down. Lift. And lower. One more time. Nice. And then this time come all the way up to standing. Okay. And so just have your feet hip distance apart and parallel. We don't need your chair right now. You can just be in front of the chair at the moment. And have a little bend in the knees, real gentle. And just let yourself go back and forth. And let the arms just kind of swing. And they kind of tap the front and back of your hips as you go. You can turn your gaze and just let that action happen. Just kind of let the arms be floppy. And if it feels good and you want to speed it up and you're not getting dizzy, go right ahead and do that. Just pay attention to that. If you start to get dizzy, then just do the arms and the shoulders and keep your gaze forward. And again, you decide how fast or slow you want it to go. Little bit longer. And then come to center and just pause for a moment. And just observe how the energy feels in the body. Notice how the spine feels. You might feel some tingling in the hands, tingling in the spine, just kind of waking things up. Nice. And then come to the back of your chair. So find your chair and come to the back of the chair with the chair close to you. Move myself a little more forward here. And feet hip distance apart. Draw the shoulders down your back. Lift up on the balls of the feet. And then slowly lower down. Lift up. And slowly lower down. Lift. And lower. As you come up, see if you can come up as high as you can on the balls of the feet without hurting the ankles or toes, and then slowly lower down. Come back up. Lower down. Come back up. And lower down. And then switch your weight into your right foot. Bring your left foot out to the side. Tone the belly and have the chair close so you're not leaning forward. And inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. And lower that foot down. Come to center, tone the belly, bring the weight into the left foot, bring the right foot out to the side. And then on your inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lift, exhale, inhale, lift, and exhale. And then come to center. Bring the the left foot straight back, weight in the right foot. Tone the belly and square the hips. Notice that as you bring that foot back, your hip might roll out. So try to keep them squared. Draw the belly in and really lengthen the low back. So you have a nice, you're holding here. And then just from the hip, lift the foot up. So it's not going to come very far because we want to avoid tilting forward. So inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift, exhale. Lower that foot down. And then just come to center and observe the difference between the left and the right side. And then shift the weight into the left leg. Bring the right leg straight behind you. Tone the belly. And again, square the hips to the front of the chair. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Keep that low back long and the action's just coming from the hip down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Lower it down. Nice. Coming back to center. Now step the right leg so it's close to the chair and step the left leg back so you're on the ball of the foot. And make sure that your knee in front is over the ankle, not in front of it. And then let the heel stretch out in the back, okay? Try to straighten that back leg and you're toning the belly. The hips are square to the front of the mat and let the back of the calf open up. Nice big stretch. Your heel probably is not going to come down onto the mat because your legs are about a leg length apart. And then stack the shoulders right over the hips. Draw the belly and see if you can raise up the left arm. And if you feel stable, see if you can raise up the right arm here. Shoulders down your back. And as you have your fingers up, whether you have one hand or two up, flick your fingers off of your thumb. So flick the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the pinky finger. And then once you've done each individually, flick all the fingers. Nice. And if you're feeling stable, see if you can exhale, circle the hands behind you and inhale them up. You can also do this with one hand, with your right hand on the chair and just doing the left arm. So we're going to switch sides in a bit and do both. So you decide which way feels best if you are comfortable doing both. And you keep a bend in that front knee. Nice. Bring the hands on the chair. Widen your stance a little bit. So step your left foot out a little and then let your heel come down. So now you're in your warrior one position. The knee in front is bent and maybe walk it a little closer so that you can have that nice bend with the knee over the ankle, not in front. Square yourself to the chair again, breathing here. And then again, raise up the right arm, raise up the left arm. Breathing here in your warrior one. Spread the fingertips, maybe lift your gaze. And of course, if it feels more stable to have one hand on the chair, please do that. Nice. And then bring the hands onto the chair. Shift your hips back and see if you can lift up the toes and let yourself lean over that front leg. So if you want to try to square the hips, draw the right hip back. Let the left hip come forward. You're opening up the back of the leg. And if you can lift the toes off the mat, go ahead and do that. And then bend the knee and then walk the feet together. And then we're going to switch sides. So now bring the left knee and foot right close to the chair and step the right foot straight back. So you're on the ball of the foot at first. The heel's not going to come down. You're square to the front of the mat and first tone the belly and then lengthen the heel there. Straighten that back leg and open up the calf and back. Always being mindful and gentle of all your joints. Breathing here. Now see if you can raise up the right arm. And you can either keep the left hand on the chair or if you feel comfortable, raise it up. And then flick the fingers. Flick all the fingers. And then circle the hands behind you and inhale, reach them up. And again, you can keep the left hand on the chair if you're feeling wobbly today. Nice. Bring the hands on the chair. Then widen your stance a little. So move the right foot over a little bit and let the heel come down now. So you're in your warrior one. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Really draw the belly in and ground down that back heel. And then again, see if you can raise up the left arm. Maybe you can raise up the right arm here. Breathing into the warrior pose. Spread the fingertips, raise your cheekbones. You're taking time to take care of yourself. And then bring the hands on the chair. See if you can straighten the left leg and let the hip come back. And maybe you can bring up those toes and then let yourself lean into the chair a little bit. Opening up the back of this leg by drawing that left hip back, let the right hip come forward. And then bend the knee, walk the feet back together. Take the right foot and step it right up close to the chair so the toes are underneath it. Step the left foot back. And if you can line up the arch and the heel, go ahead and do that. If that's too much of an opening, you can line up the heel and the heel. But what's important is the knee is over the ankle and you're not letting it roll in. So make sure that you can see the arch or the big toe of inside the knee here. Stack your shoulders so you're square to the side of your mat. Take your left arm and bring it over your left leg and just check that it's in line with that left foot. And then look forward. And if you're feeling stable, well, first ground down the feet and draw them together. So you feel that action stabilizing you into your mat. And then see if you can raise up your right arm and look out over your fingertips and bring to mind, and whether you're holding onto the chair or you have your hand raised, bring to mind that intention you said at the beginning of class when we did the wake up. And feel your strength and power. Really spread your fingertips wide. Feel that strength and power to bring that intention to fruition. And then flick your fingers off of your thumb. And then flick all the fingers. Nice. And then hold in here. Inhale, reach up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the knee, bring the arms out. And again, if you want, you can hold on to the chair and just use one arm as you reach up on your inhale, straightening the front leg. Exhale, bend the knee. And as you're moving through this, try to keep the knee tracking right over the ankle in line with the toes. Inhaling, reaching. Exhale, bend the knee. Arms come down. Inhale and reach. Exhale, bend the knee. One more time. Inhale and reach. Exhale, bend the knee. Now with a bent knee, bring your forearm onto the chair back, or you can bring it under onto the seat of the chair, your choice, and reach your left arm long. So your shoulders are stacked. You're grounding down with that back foot. Tone the belly. Think of lengthening your tailbone towards the heel and stretch through the fingertips here. Nice big breath. Nice. And then inhale up and then walk the feet, heel toe the feet together. And then we'll come do the other side. So now you're going to take the left leg towards the chair. Step the right foot back and bring the heel and the arch lined up, or the two heels lined up. Make sure this left knee is right over the ankle, and take the right arm out over your right leg. Stretch through the fingertips. Turn your gaze in front of your chair, and you have the choice to either hold on or just stretch the arm out if that feels stable. Ground down the feet and draw them together, and then tone the belly, lengthen through the crown of the head. Really feel the energy spreading out through the fingertips, and bring back to mind that intention again that you set. And then flick the fingers, each one individually, and then all of them together. And then straighten the leg on the inhale and raise the arms up. Exhale, bend the knee, bring the arms back parallel to the mat. And again, you have the choice to keep the left hand on the chair and just use the right arm. As you inhale, reach up, exhale, bend the knee, or you can do both. Whatever feels best and feels most stable. Exhale, bend into the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend into the knee. Inhale and reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale and reach. Exhale, bend the knee, and then bring the forearm onto the chair back. Or again, you can take your hand down under onto the seat, your choice, and reach long through that right side of the body. Really push the foot to the mat, tone the belly, reach long through the head and the fingertips. Nice big breaths. And then inhale and come up and just walk the feet together and face your chair. Bring the weight into your right leg, turn the left knee out. And I'm going to turn towards the camera, but you face your chair. And so you have the knee turned out, ground down through that standing foot. So imagine taking that right foot and gripping the mat, tone the belly, lengthen up through the crown of the head. When you feel stable, see if you can bring your foot up to your shin. So either maybe the ball of your foot is on your ankle bone, or maybe it's on your heel is on your calf, or maybe it's just touching down to the mat, whichever feels best. And so you're facing your chair with that leg turned out, and maybe you're standing on one leg, or maybe you have the toes there. You have a slight gentle bend in the knee of the right foot. You're not locked here. See if you can take your left hand and bring it to your heart center. And as you're in this balance here and feeling the movement that happens just naturally, try to soften your face and soften your jaw. And then see if you can hover that right hand over the chair. Maybe you just want to keep holding on, or maybe hovering it feels great. Maybe you even want to try bringing your hands to heart center and let yourself soften here in your tree pose. And then lower the hands down, lower the foot, and walk out the feet a little bit. And then shift your weight into the left leg and turn the right knee out. So you have your ball of your foot on the mat, your knee is turned out, ground down through the standing leg, tone the belly, lengthen through the crown of the head. And you can hold here with your toe on the mat, or if it feels good, bring up that foot, that right foot. And so the knees turned out, and bring the right hand to your heart center. And you can just stay right here if this is where it feels great for you in your balance, or if you're feeling comfortable and want to try to bring that hand up, feel free to do that into your heart center prayer position. And maybe come back to your intention and soften the face as you're in your Vrksasana, your tree pose. And then lower that down. Walk it out a little. Now turn your chair so that the seat is facing you. And bring your hands onto the chair so that your shoulders are right over them. And then walk your feet back so your feet are right under your hips. And bend your knees a little and let your belly drop and lift your gaze. And on your exhale, push into the hands and feet and draw the belly up, tuck the chin. So do some cat-cow standing here on your mat with your chair. And it is really helpful to bend the knees as you do this. Whereas when you're on your hands and knees, your knees are already bent and your back can flow a little bit more. So I find it really helpful to bend the knees, and I can get a little more movement in the back, and try to see how smoothly you can make the articulation of the spine. And then come to a neutral position here. And you're going to take the left foot and bring it towards the chair and step the right foot back. So you're in a lunge here with your hands on the chair, and bring your knee right up to touch the chair there. And your right foot, the heel is not down. You're on the ball of the foot. Keep the right hand on the chair and raise your left arm up. Nice big breaths here. And flick each finger. Flick all the fingers. And then exhale, circle your hand down, and inhale, draw it up. So you're using that chair for support. Circle the hand around. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale. Inhale up. One more time. Reach up high. And then from here, weave the hand down like you're washing a window. Bring that hand onto the mat, onto the chair. Spin your back foot so it's parallel, and then stack your shoulders and reach long through the right side. Turn your palm so it faces up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, circle your hand behind you. Try to keep your palm facing up to the ceiling as you bring it around. And then you kind of have to flip the hand so the hand stays facing up. Imagine you have like a tray or a plate you're holding as you draw the hand around. Do that one more time. And then as you bring your hand behind you, palm facing up to the ceiling, turn your gaze up to the ceiling. Take a nice big breath here and flick your fingers, flick all the fingers. And then weave the hand back and forth like you're washing a window. Bring it onto the chair. And then step your feet back into that tabletop position and do some cat cows. So you're gonna bend the knees, lift the belly, and lift the chin. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale and lift. Exhale, tuck in. One more time. Now this time you're going to step the right knee forward and let the knee come and touch the chair and the toes are underneath it. Step the left foot back and your hips are square to the mat. Keep the left hand on the mat. Raise the right hand up to the ceiling. Nice big breaths here and then flick each finger. Flick all the fingers and then exhale, circle the hand down behind you. Inhale, reach it forward. Circling it, inhaling and reaching. Circle one more time. And then bring the arm up over your shoulder. And then on your exhale, wash the window. Weave it back and forth doing the Celtic weave. Bring the hand onto the chair. And then spin your left foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat and stack your shoulders. Reach long through the left side. So you're using that chair for support. Turn your palm up to the ceiling and then flow with your breath. Circle the hand behind you. And it might be hard to reach it back, but just go as far as you can and try to flip the hand so it faces up to the ceiling as you circle it. Do that one more time. And then bring the hand behind you, opened up to the ceiling, turn your gaze up. Breathing here into that part of the chest, the upper part of the left side, and then flick each finger. Flick all the fingers and weave the hand back and forth, bring it back onto the chair, come back to your tabletop and do a few more cat cows. Let the belly drop on the inhale, lift the chin, exhale, round and tuck in. Flow with the breath. And then walk your hips back and draw the shoulders down your back, but let your chest come more towards the mat. And you can bend your knees here. So you can lengthen the spine in a supported downward dog, tone the belly gently. And ground the hands into the chair. Take a couple breaths here. Let the shoulders open up. See if you can let the neck relax a little. And again, it's fine to have some bend in the knees, really lengthening through the tailbone. And then walk yourself back towards the chair. Ground down the feet, come up, and then come to sitting on your chair. So as you come onto your seat here, find your strap again. And take the strap or towel or whatever you have. And first start with your feet hip distance apart, grounding them down so you're kind of your sit bones are to the middle of the chair so they feel very stable. And you're going to take the strap and put it over the ball of the right foot and draw the belly in and lengthen the leg. And just really gently lift it up a little bit to where that feels like a comfortable stretch for you. Breathing into it. Okay. And if it's down low here, that's fine, but you want a straight leg and gently draw the ball of the foot back. Make sure the strap isn't on the arch. Make sure it's on the ball of the foot and you're rolling the shoulders down your back, just opening the back of the leg, staying tall here. And then move the leg so it kind of crosses over a little bit. You might want to lift it up a little bit. See if you can take the strap in the left hand and take your right hand on the chair side and turn away here. So this is going to help open up the outer hip here. And then come back to center. Bring the strap into the right hand and hold onto the chair with the left hand. Walk the left foot out a little bit. See if you can open the leg out to the right and maybe turn your gaze away to the right. So you're opening up the inner thigh here a little bit. And then come back to center, walk the foot in and release the strap. And then let's switch sides. So take the strap and put it on the left leg and sit up tall, tone the belly, have it on the ball of the foot and just gently lift it up and reach through the crown of the head. So you're opening up the back of that leg a little, especially the calf. Breathing into it, be gentle here. And then take the strap in the right hand and see if you can cross it over a little bit. And maybe it helps to move that right foot over. Take your left hand on the side of the chair and turn away from the leg. And then come back to center. Take the strap into the left hand. Take your right hand on the chair. Walk that right foot out a little bit so it's a little more stable as you bring the left leg out to the left, toes pointing up. Then see if you can turn away. So you're really holding on to the chair side or the chair back here as you twist away, opening up. And then come back to center and release the foot. And put the strap over to the side. And then you can walk yourself back into your chair. And so that you're leaning on the chair and just take your heels of your hands and massage from the thighs down to the knees a little bit. And then if it feels good, just take your fingers and kind of roll them down your shins and flick them off your feet a couple times if folding forward is okay. Okay. And if you can do that comfortably, take your fingers to the inside of your big toes. And as you inhale, trace them along the inside of your foot to your ankle bone. Trace them up the inner part of your calf to your knee, inner thigh, but come to the outer hip. Draw it then up over the armpit and back to that spleen point. Nice. And then take a moment to give yourself a little hand massage. So massage between the bones of the hands and pinch off the little web. We're just kind of doing a quick, gentle massage, stimulating the different end and beginning points of different meridians. And then go down the bones from the wrist, down the bones, flick and pinch off at the bottom of the fingers. And so each of the fingers is associated with a different beginning or end point of a different meridian or different organ. And so your little finger is associated with your heart and your small intestine. Your ring finger with triple warmer, which deals with your fight or flight response. Your middle finger with circulation and sex. Your big finger is, your index finger is your large intestine, and your thumb is your lung. So if you finished one hand, you can go to the other side. And if you feel something that's like tender, you could take a moment and pause, give a little extra massage there. And then go down each finger. And once you've done the fingers, give a little massage up the forearm. And up into the shoulder. and into the back of the shoulder. And once you've done one side, go on and do the other. Just kind of palpating, giving little squeezes, giving a little love and attention. And then maybe you can either reach back each side, or it might feel better to cross over. You decide, and just kind of draw from the shoulders, from the muscles on top of the shoulders forward a little bit here. Nice. Shake that out. And then bring the fingers to the center of the forehead, lined up, and draw them out from the center to the temples a few times. And then take your fingers, your index fingers, from the bridge of the nose and draw down the nose and around the eye socket. And each time you do that, maybe you go a little bit deeper. So you go under the cheekbone and out to the jaw. And then when you come out here, give a little massage, gently palpating the jaw joint and all the way down the jaw to the chin. And don't forget the upper lip. And then from the jaw, draw down to the collarbones a few times. And then shake off the hands. And then take a moment and bring your hand or hands to whatever that was in the beginning that we sent a little love and attention to, and just rest your hands there. Take a few breaths. Just sending a little tenderness to that part of your body that needs a little more love today. And then let yourself release that and come back into your chair. Close your eyes. See if you can release your palms facing up to the sky. And bring your attention to your breath. Let your jaw relax. Let your face soften. Just breathing here. Observing how the breath feels coming in the nose, filling up the lungs, and coming back out. That life force, your prana. And allow yourself to soften and relax in your chair. Letting your practice soak in and seep into your body and all your cells. And then let your breath deepen a little. Wiggle the fingers and toes a little. And sit up tall. Bring the hands to heart center. Gently bow the chin, honoring yourself for showing up today and giving yourself this time to take care of yourself. And then inhale, open the arms, lift the heart center. Exhale, wrap the arms around yourself. Give yourself a little hug. Tuck the chin in. Inhale, open the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck in. Whoops. Low battery. Keep going. Inhale, take a nice big breath. And then exhale, bring the hands to heart center. And I invite you to chant the sound of Om with me one time as we seal in our practice. Take a full exhale and a deep, joyful inhale. Om. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. And I hope that you hold your intention in your heart today and as you go forward in the week. Thanks for coming to class.